Lautzivet Ibonogel. Hello, ni hao, hola, Ginya Lidia Oxi, Ginya MAIA Ishak, Tiech, Yinkimpe Puakil Ishimulev, Yinkikot in Koibikin di Hong Ihre. Good morning, I am Lidia Oxi. I'm from Guatemala, a mother, a sister. I'm very thrilled to be with you today. I did not decide to be morena, to speak Akchiquel, or to be born in a beautiful place of Central America. I had little influence on who I was going to be. I grew up in one of the most beautiful places in the world, Guatemala, Ishimulev, which is full of nature, love, happiness, history, and culture. I grew up in a village where 95% of the population were indigenous. I had a happy childhood, especially when I went wild mushroom hunting, played soccer on the streets, or picked fruits from the trees. And I'm still very happy with that. But there is more context about Guatemala. For over 500 years, indigenous people who make up 42% of the population of Guatemala have endured and suffered oppression and violence. The most recent experience was the genocide from 1960 to 1996. It is estimated that more than 200,000 people were murdered and 45,000 still disappeared. This list includes my mother's first husband, a teacher in the 1980s, my daughter's grandfather. Can you imagine a widow, an orphan, and how that affects your life? How affects your community? And everyone in my village, a friend has a member who disappeared or died. Though the peace accords were signed in 1996, 20 years later, most of the agreements have not been fulfilled because of the lack of commitment and corruption. When I was a child, I didn't understand anything about discrimination, patriarchy, or violence. I didn't understand why most of my friends from elementary school did not finish secondary school. Elena, Antonio, Jacinta. But at 14, I realized that I only had one option in secondary school. So I left my family and my village on an educational scholarship for a state boarding school. By 2002, when I graduated as a primary school teacher, I still saw how limited my opportunities were. But education is my beacon. So I decided I would graduate from university no matter how, no matter how. Scholarship led me to an unimaginable journey, achieving an associate's degree in the States, where I learned English, a bachelor's degree in Taiwan, where I learned Chinese. I witnessed what happens when the system works for you. There is easy access to school, healthcare, work, security, justice, and well-being. And the very part of it, it was delivered with dignity. So when I returned to Guatemala in 2014, I was very disappointed. And still up to now, only 20% of indigenous women finish secondary school and only 1% graduates from university. Approximately 75% of indigenous women and children in Guatemala live in poverty. Only one indigenous woman represents us in the Congress out of 160 seats, and we are 25% of the population. So representation matters. These challenges, however, inspire me to work in the social sector, and I joined MAIA, my organization, in 2018. It is the only organization of its size in Guatemala designed and led by indigenous women, a place where we cherish our identity, culture, language, and we celebrate our heritage and knowledge. We're driven by the question, how far can she go if she has access and a contextualized support and resources? My experience at MAIA have been as transformative for me as they've been for the Girl Pioneers, our students. They are the first in their families to attend secondary school, break cycles of poverty and violence. I'm proud to have a team that is 85% women, 87% Indigenous people. We have redefined education in Guatemala by demonstrating that Indigenous women are not the problem. We are the solution. The thing is that systematic discrimination doesn't allow people, communities, or countries to thrive. And MAIA's work represents a proposal for a change and generational transformation. One of our students at her very first conference said, "I want to be the first Indigenous woman president of Guatemala." That inspires me and inspires all Guatemala. Last year, I came to One Young World as a Young Health Programming Fellow with AstraZeneca. Through that process, I had the chance to be part of One Young World Indigenous Council. Together with the team, all allies and council, we have made the convergence of Indigenous people a reality. That happened on Tuesday. Our council is proud to have been part of the inaugural strategy to include more Indigenous young leaders at this event. We're honored to have you, 150 Indigenous youth leaders, here with us this week. Congratulations to these 150 young leaders. Seeing more youth, Indigenous youth friends here today, it's a proof that this is possible. This gives me hope, so much strength. Being an Indigenous woman from Iximulef, Guatemala, Central America, gives me an origin, an identity. In many spaces, I have been the first, but I will not be the only and the last one. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Thank you for being here.